Hello, traders. We've got our market scan today. Looks like the audio is working fine. Let me know who's in. How do I mute this? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, let me know if you're here watching. And we're going to kick things off with the US 500. Everything has dumped. I think it's to do with some Trump tariff scares again. If you've got any ideas, leave a comment on what's causing this, but you can already see starting to retrace. Does this look like a top formation? Really, it doesn't. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like we need a scam bounce or something like that. This just doesn't seem right. There's been not really any retests of this area above, so let's turn the drawings back on. So this main area here has been tested a lot. 1, 2, broke above it, back below it, broke above it, tested it, bounced off it, and now we're back underneath it again. And as MW says, they just love to manipulate the market up and manipulate the market down and chop people out, because everybody thinks, oh, it's going down forever, it's going up forever. The market has two states. It's either ranging or it's trending. That's the way I like to see it. We're either ranging or we're trending, and depending on what time frame you use, will change how the range or the trend looks, because you could be trending on a low time frame inside of a range. So right now we've been trending up on this daily for ages on the S&P 500, and we've only tested the weekly. I think it was one test, this one test here. So this will be the second test, and it might go a bit deeper. We could come down to 6.5, which is not even a crazy. It's not like a dump. Like back in April, that when Trump, I think this was Trump's last tariff scare. Okay, I'm getting some kick comments. Nice. From Respectslit. When are alts gonna pump? Bruh. It doesn't matter. Alts do pump, bro. Alts pump like every single day. We find them every single day. You can find these alts every day. Easily. So yeah, I'll be sharing the alts that will pump and the alts that will dump. You know, you can make money on them up and down, and a lot of the time you can make easier money on them going down, so it's best to do that. And if you don't know how to trade, I've got a trading bot that will literally trade crypto for you. So if you're interested, I can give you a 7-day free trial. Just reach out to me in the DMs on any platform. Right, let's go. Let's keep an eye on this. Right. So the weekly has not been tested. The weekly ribbon has not been tested in a couple months, since November. And this box here is a daily order block long area in here, and we're testing it now. I like to say if we stay above the 50% line of the OB long area, then we can expect higher prices. Yo, what's up, Mohammed? How's it going? I'm streaming on a few different platforms today. I'm streaming on Kick as well as YouTube. But anyone that's watching on Kick, leave a comment, leave any questions. If you are like into altcoins and altcoin trading, then drop some alts below and we can get into them as well. But I've got a long list of altcoins to get through today, and they were all pulled from my custom built dashboard that show you the best alts to trade. So hopefully you can learn a little thing or two today. So the US 500 anyway, it looks like we are bouncing a little bit but we are below the 4 hour. Yep. So maybe we could bounce up and get to the 4 hour again, which would line up with this resistance level. And here's the 1 hour, which we're trying to get above again. Let's set an alert above the 1 hour. If we can get back above the 1 hour ribbon and retest and continue upwards, then that would be bullish for altcoins. PAXG, this is the gold to Bitcoin ratio, is up very far away from the 1 hour currently. I do have this charted somewhere. It's at some resistance. If it can break this resistance and retest, then that's good news for it. It's currently inside an OB bid short. So you could actually be shorting it right now, but it is looking quite strong. But if you were to be shorting this, that would be good. That means if this starts going down, then that means Bitcoin can start going up, is what that means. The gold, if gold starts going down, and then Bitcoin starts going up. Usually you find if this goes down, Bitcoin's going up. USD dominance is breaking up past this. It is actually breaking up at the moment. But if dominance breaks down here, again, you could look for Bitcoin to go up. It could retest this zone here. Or we could see it come up to this area and reject, or come up, break past it and go up. These are all variables. You want to just keep an eye on this. So, yep, an alert there is nice. And again, we'll put an alert back below it because then we'll know if it's breaking down. Okay. So this is telling me at the moment that USD dominance is coming into resistance, but it is getting above the daily. And the weekly has still not been tested on USDT dominance. But it is retesting this area here. And this area is an area of interest to flip. So if it can stay above this area, then it's bullish for USD dominance, and that is bearish for Bitcoin and altcoins if USD dominance is strong. Okay. Something doesn't seem right with this chart, but who cares? This was a trade that we took, well, that I took the other day. The UK 100 is now starting to bounce up. I've shaved quite a few profits on this, but look how it comes down, rejects the 1 hour ribbon, and then continues to go down. Continues to go down. That is... I did not create this this ribbon, but you can short that and make money on that. That's what I did. I shorted that. And now it's coming up to retest again. It could have a quick recovery because I'm seeing it in the media now. Like I tweeted about this in the media. Look how scaremongering they're getting for the UK and Trump's tariffs and Greenland and all that sort of stuff. They're trying to make it seem like the UK is going to lose absolutely everything because of Trump is going to go to Greenland and these tariffs are going to hit the UK. It's just like another repeat. And then all these people, all the normies, all the NPCs are going to start, oh my God, sell everything, sell everything. Well, we've not gone below the daily yet. If we get below the daily, and even I'd be more bearish if we got below the weekly, then I would be worried. Well, I wouldn't be worried because I'd be shorting it, but yeah, the weekly, in my opinion, is cooling. At some point, this weekly band is going to get retested. But I'm liking this daily area. I've shaved most of my profits here, and I've got a small bag left just in case things do roll over. You never know. And let's touch on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is struggling to hold the daily ribbon at the moment. It's not looking too great for Bitcoin. It's got below this trend line, or it's at this trend line now. So this trend line needs to hold really. And if this fails, then we could see like a double bottom, or even worse, come down below this area, below 80k. And that would not be very nice. But area of interest is actually this OB long area here. I would probably extend it. To be honest, I probably would extend this whole area here because this is like a bit of an engulfing candle here. So you could start to scale in orders here, but that is quite a large box. That's a 3% box on Bitcoin, which is very big. I would not suggest taking that trade. If you want to take this trade, I would suggest, in my opinion, the 50% line of this box is a much better trade. And then you could stop loss at these lows. But it is in an area for trading if the daily could hold. As we go into about 2 or 3 o'clock, then if we go into 2 or 3 o'clock, then I think we could see some volatility on Bitcoin. The hurdles that we need are these 15-minute time frames and the 1 hour time frame. And at the moment, it's in the 15. It's trying to hold this area. If we can get back above the 1 hour, we might see like a bearish retest higher and you can short Bitcoin again. But yeah, it's at this trend line at the moment. So I'm not going to FOMO in any trades right now, but if you wanted to trade it, I'd look at the 15-minute ribbon and yeah, so you can look at the 15-minute ribbon and wait for a close above, and then play it accordingly. Hey, I checked your video and saw you're new on Kick. I have a proposal to promote your stream to the Kick community, helping you gain 1,000 active viewers and earn $1,000. Add me on Discord. It's okay. It's okay, bro. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. This is a trade that we have setting up. If you know, our sensei MW is looking to long the yen or short the dollar yen pair, and at the moment it is above the daily still, and it's not screaming, oh, you need to do this now. It's not getting away from the daily. Like if we look at previous shorting examples, you can see, look at this big gap here between the daily and the ribbon. You can see that it was definitely getting overextended there. Although down here you can see it's very hugging close, but here it's getting extended. So I do think maybe a bounce could occur, and this box up here is my target for shorting the dollar yen pair. I'm going to be using Prime XBT for that. And on the weekly, it is getting quite gappy on the weekly, but there's not that big spike up. I want to see like a big spike up like here. Look at this weekly. Big spike up. That was a great short. And then it continues. So yeah, I'm looking to start getting into this trade soon. But we're going to see how this tariff things plays out. And then lastly, silver. This is the trade that I wish I was in from from a long time ago. I should have been in this and just holding it all the way up. But now you can see silver is starting to get a bit. It's starting to get a bit like it wants to revisit higher time frame ribbons. So it has not tested the daily since the 21st of November. This is where I wanted to get in my position, but I am I flipped it up. But yeah, the daily's not been tested in such a long time, and at some point it is going to get tested, and it's going to be a big sell-off. But there's got to be something that's going to cause it. I don't know what's going to cause it. I'm not going to be shorting it because this could continue up. It might touch like 101, 100, but I don't know if you'll get this huge wick down. But the silver market's quite small. I watched quite a few silver bugs on YouTube. I would like to see this green area get tested at some point. Okay, so that is the traditional markets. Now let's go find our altcoins. So what do we detect? So from that little analysis there, I'm taking that we have potential bounce areas. We are potentially in a bounce area now. We could come up and test this 4-hour ribbon again and then reject. So this would be a target for a short around here, this 4-hour ribbon. But we're going to have to see how things go going into the US session. So I'm actually playing for bounces. We're at an area of support here. This whole area is support. So you just got to play it like that. And the altcoins are showing that, because some altcoins are absolutely wrecked. And some altcoins are actually doing okay. So I've got my altcoin list here. Although I think this is an old list. Okay, we need to find... Okay, I think this is the right list, actually. Okay, yeah, this is the correct list. Okay, let's get into the altcoins. So this is the bit where you need to listen. And if you are someone that trades altcoins, this is where you can find your money for the day. So I'm going to clear off all the coins that are not on the two exchanges that I use. They are Blowfin and Bitfinex. And if you have any altcoin requests, just write them in and I'll go look at them at the end. Okay, let's power through these. So all these altcoins are very pumpy, very dumpy, and they are very scammy. And the way that you play these is you get your money and you get out. The best thing to do is start on a higher time frame and see how the ribbon relates, and trend lines, ribbon, trend lines, and support resistance. That's literally it. And we're going to keep things speedy by just chucking in support and resistance lines like this. So we broke up past this resistance, we've come back, we're retesting it. There's areas a bit lower that would be nicer to get in for a long, if you were looking to long this. All these levels pretty much. And the fact that this one has already pumped so much means, you know, I'm not as interested. However, if the 4-hour ribbon like here is lining up with some support, then this is probably a good reason, a good area to maybe put in a bid. Okay. So I'm just going to put on some different time frame ribbons. So I've got this custom indicator that I built, and this actually links to a trading bot and would actually trade for me. But because now I'm a full-time trader, I don't really use the bot as much because I'm at the screens. But if you are someone that's not at the screens too much, then this will literally trade how I trade for you. Okay, so we're putting on some higher time frame ribbons now. These are the colors. You can see that. And now when we close this off, we'll have a lot more colors on the screen. Okay, so we have not retested the daily. The daily is right down here at this level. So these are two levels that could be worth bidding if price comes down to them. And all I would do is just set an alert here, and I'll keep an eye for the 4-hour ribbon and the 1-day ribbon there. That's all I've got for ARPA. Another thing that you want to look at is the market cap. Okay, this one is getting crazy volume. Crazy volume. And we need to look at the funding rate. And the funding rate is red. And the volume is... The market cap of this coin is 24 million, okay? The volume is 287 million. That is huge. That is huge. And the volume is coming from Binance. So this is definitely one to watch because it's getting so much volume. Currently, it's underneath the 1 hour time frame. So what you could do on this one is, hmm, what you could do is watch the 15 minute, see for a 15 minute close above. The other thing you could do is watch trend lines. So a break above that trend line and a retest could be good. Yeah, negative funding too. And look at the volume, Mohammed. It's crazy. So ARPA is one to keep an eye on. These are two levels here. And it could be a wick. It could just wick down. It depends. As we go to 2 or 3 o'clock, you could see. But the market cap on this is so small that I would be surprised if it dumps even more because I don't know. They could really they could send it lower and dump, but this coin has been around since 2020, so I'm not expecting it to just shit down crazy. I mean, it could, but I'm not expecting it to. So I think these two levels would be good. This is where I would like to get in. However, if we see it get above the 15 hour and the 15 minute and the 1 hour, then that could be a good entry as well. There's not really much to go on here apart from the support and resistance because the pump up was so much. So, yeah, I would just say watch the 4 hour. I can't see any OB bids that are very strong. It's rejected off this area up here, this OB area. Got this market structure shift here. Okay, so the market cap is small. Just keep an eye on it. That's all I'm going to say. It could get above and go. So, yeah, I'm setting alerts on ARPA. And that is on both Bitchinix and Blowfin, so the bot could potentially work on both of them. Shell. Shell is approaching a trend line right now, which lines up with a 1 hour. And it lines up with a 15-minute. If it holds this area, it could be a 15-minute hold as well. It's 1 o'clock, so it's a bit outside of my time zone that I like to trade. I really like to trade about 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's rejecting off this trend line. It has got back above the indicator, so it could hold this area, or it might go for a sweep underneath here. Again, let's see the let's see some stats on Shell. Shell green funding rates and $48 million in volume, and the market cap is very small. Yeah, so this one, it either wants to hold right now or it wants to come down to the 4 hour again. The 4 hour would kind of line up with a trend line here for a second touch. We're in this parallel channel going down. I think patience will pay off, and a bid at the bottom of here would pay off as well. So yeah, but you never know. It could just go now because it's really trying to hold this trend line. So if you were to get in this now, you'll come onto an hourly time frame. Yeah, so it's rejected off this OB bid for starters, and it's not looked strong. Can you see it's closing? Like, the closure of it was not even inside the OB bid. It's not above the 50% line. You would have had a lovely short if you had shorted this OB bid area. Again, let me show you what it looks like if you had the automated trading bot on this. I'm pretty sure this one is a shorting. Yep, that's the short. And it gets you in. and there's no take profit set on it, but yeah, it would have got you into the position. So that is the OB bid area. If the 1 hour can hold, then sure, it will be good. If I don't think it will, though, from the looks of it at the moment. And in which case, lower prices, probably the 4 hour is best for Shell. Don't want to dwell on that one too long, but it's now or never for Shell, really. That's what I'm saying. But you could get a quick scalp on this, because the volume is good, but the funding rate is not really that appealing. Lab. I wish there was a thing that just pulled up where I could just quickly see the funding rate and volume all in one. So the market cap of this one, 30 million, 37 million, 30 million volume. And I don't think the funding rate's too bad on this. Green funding rate. Lab. You are small. And I am disinterested. I'm disinterested in Lab, to be honest. I'm not really seeing anything great. It's trying to get above the 1 hour. It's tested it a few times. It is above the daily. That's one thing that's going for it. But it's below the 4 hour time frame. And it could reject here off this 4 hour time frame and go lower. But it's such a small market cap. Shorting it doesn't really make too much sense. So it's kind of had its march up and sell off. It's in an OB bid area, a 4 hour OB bid area. If it wants to continue, get off. Lab, I don't have too much to say. It seems like it wants to make its mind up. There's better opportunities. Where does your dashboard get these coins from? It pulls them from what's it called? It takes information from coin bubbles and it finds the ones with high volume to market cap ratio or good volume to market cap ratio. And then you can also, I manually add some as well because of it. It gives like the top ones and then you can manually add certain ones. It could probably do some tweaking. I know you like to use TradingView's volume. What's it called? TradingView volume thing, but I think the dashboard is just easier because I can just copy and paste it all and just put it into here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too keen on Lab. ARPA is actually going on the yellow list. We're going to use a yellow list today. ARPA. Right, Lab, not too interested. Magma, you are trash. You are trash. Some very nice short opportunities on this coin as well, but I think this is called Magma Finance, so you know exactly what happens to these sort of coins. If it wants to hold this little cluster, then okay, but I'm not too interested in this. Orochi. Let's put this start date forwards because we've got enough colors on the screen. Orochi is above the daily. What is this? It's on Bitfinex. It's on Blowfin. We need some information. Orochi. What am I doing wrong? I can't find this. Okay, Orochi Network. Oh my god, $15 million market cap. And it's getting $33 million in volume. Volume has died off a little bit. Pancake Swap has given us the volume. So, the scammiest of scammers. This is a newer coin. Looks like it came out. hang on, October. It came out in October and it had a valuation of 0.35. It's now at 0.10. We need Orochi. Funding rate on Binance is green. This one needs a red funding rate to go up, but it's getting above the daily. You can't deny that. You cannot deny it. And it's above the 4 hour, and it's retested, and it's held. So for some reason, this little S coin is being protected. Like they don't want it to go below here. Show me the daily. Okay, so it's not getting above the daily, but we finally got above the daily. Then it did this sweep. And it closed above the daily. The OB long got retested. So if this area can hold, you might get another retest into this area and then fly up. But I wouldn't look to short this one because there's literally nothing there to short. It's literally a $15 million market cap coin. So what would you do? Right, I'm going into stand mode. I'm bored of sitting down. I'm going into stand mode. We're taking off. Okay, we're standing. Yeah. This one, I like it if it can hold. Plants in the way. Bear with me, bear with me. So it's above the daily. It's below the 1 hour. If this can get back above the 1 hour, do you know, I'm actually a little bit interested. It's trying to hold this trend line. The 1 hour and the 4 hour are converging. It's got potential. It's got potential for a pump, and it's such a small market cap that this one could really, it could fly. I'm not saying it will fly, but it could fly. So I'm putting Orochi on the yellow list. And we could make some quick gains. But it does need to get above the 1 hour. That's where I would like it. These trend lines don't look too great to me either. So we'll see in an hour's time when volatility kicks in. We will see what will happen with this. This one could literally just dump to zero though. Stake Stone. I covered this one the other day. What day? What day did I cover this? It was probably on... No, I wasn't... I don't think I streamed any of those days. I think maybe on Saturday. I don't remember, to be honest. But it wicks into the daily. It's inside the daily right now, retesting the daily. And... yeah, it's retesting the daily. That's all we got to go on, really. I think this is quite a small market cap as well. It's got... It's got support. It's got... From there, the next support level really is down here at the bottom. There's not much going on for it here, to be honest. The pump has happened. There's other support. Here, there's a bit of support where it is right now. So we're looking for this to get some strength around this area. And again, it's going to be a 1 hour time frame because the move happened so quickly. There's not really any trend lines. It's not, you can't say it's in a trend because that is not a trend. That's just a scam pump up, you know. That's not really a trend because as well in the grand scheme of things. You would actually kind of argue it's in a downtrend. You see that? So we had this accumulation and we're getting higher low, higher low. If it can get up to these levels, that'd be fantastic, but it might chop around this daily for a little while now, so this is probably not a trade to take today, but keep an eye on it. Fogo. Fogo. Down 10% so far today. Down underneath multiple time frame ribbons. Have we got any more data? Yep. So this one could be kind of classed as double bottoming. I don't know if this is the best chart to use because I'm not sure if MEXC has an older chart or something. It's not really holding this zone very well, so it's not looking too great for Fogo. It's just purely going down. I mean, some scam pump could happen and bring it back up to the 4 hour for a retest. But overall, I'm not really thinking too much of this one. Seems the markets are a bit cooked at the moment, and trying to guess for a reversal is a sure way to lose money. So if there is no clear opportunities today, just take the day off. Shorts done well. We don't need to try and force a trade if it's not there. But at the moment, I'm not seeing too much great stuff. But I'm going to keep an eye on this Fogo. Dusk. Now, I know this one has potential. This one really does have potential. Okay, so this one has potential for a short. But how high it goes first was yet to be established. So the 4 hour is yet to be touched since Friday. And this area has still not been touched yet either, which it could be in the process of. Now we had a 15-minute OUB that worked perfectly. I did not trade this. I don't know why I didn't trade this. I don't think I was at the screen at this time yesterday, or I have been ill recently, so I'm just going to use that as an excuse. But look at this 15-minute OB bid short. So I can see I've got 9 people watching at the moment on this StreamYard thing. And some of you are probably just some bots on Kick. But if you don't know, the OB bid short is a sure way for you to know where to put your stop loss and where to short. And if you are someone that's real on Kick, leave a message so I know that there is someone watching. And if you're a leverage trader on Kick, this is as well. So this is the OB bid short explained as simply as possible. This is a 15-minute ribbon. I call it the ribbon. Price has closed below the ribbon, and some people would short right here, and you could have made money. But what I like to do is I like to find the last bullish candle above the ribbon, put a box around it like this, and then I bid this area around the 50% line, and if it goes above there, then it's more than likely probably going to fail, and you'll put your stop loss at the local highs just above the box somewhere along here. And you can see that this OB bid short would have worked lovely, and it's in the process of trying to come up again, maybe for another test. Maybe another test is in the process, but it's got this trend line to get above, which it's struggling with. It's got resistance to get above, which it's struggling with. So if dusk does come back up to these areas, then maybe another short opportunity will present itself. But as it stands, you could try and jump into a short at these levels, but the best level was up here. So you could try down here. You could try, see if it goes up higher. In my opinion, I would say wait and see if it goes up higher, because it's broken above this level. It's holding above the 15-minute. The 1 hour and the 15-minute are converging right now. It could bounce off here and you could get a long upwards, or if you look at the funding rates, I'm not going to bother looking at the funding rates on this one. but you could get into a long here, or the better long if it continues. If we do get a market bounce, you could get a long down. I'm not really going to look at this. Hopefully there's something better for us, but I will keep an eye on it. Bera, this one I charted the other day before a big pump on it, and I didn't really trade it, to be honest. Bera is marching up. They love to scam this coin. So many market makers and VCs were talking about this coin back in April somewhere, I think, when the market was frothy. We've got a trend line here, trend line target for potential longs. We've got this area. So let me explain how I like to look at this. We've got this close below here. We've got this OB bid area here, which is holding. So that's good for bullish momentum up. We've got the 4-hour ribbon at the top of that box currently. We've got a bit of a messy trend line here, which kind of makes it into a parallel channel. So you could get to this area. So I think if you want to get an optimal position on Bera, if we get a scam wick down before like 2 or 3 o'clock today, or maybe Thursday, maybe tomorrow, then this area is probably good for a bid, and the daily will start marching up as well. So maybe we could get another daily retests in this box. But Bera has done okay for itself recently. It had this break above, it's retested. So we broke above here. We broke above this daily ribbon. We retested the daily ribbon. That would have been your entry. And now it's marched up really well. And a target for this. Look, the target for this is quite high, to be honest, because there's no resistance until like here. This is good resistance up here. It's in a little cluster right now. See if there's any more data. There's not really much more data. So yeah, I think Bera could go higher. Let's see if it's inside a weekly ribbon. Okay, it's not touched the weekly ribbon yet. So, and this is lining up. So Bera could be lining up for a good trade, actually. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But Bera has a $146 million market cap and a $250 million volume going for it, which is quite good. Bera funding rate is negative. Okay, so things are lining up for Bera as it seems. Mohammed, what do you think about Bera? Let's get Mohammed's view. I think Bera is lining up for something, but I don't want to FOMO in too much. I don't want to FOMO at all. So, yep, I think that this trend line and this area is going to provide us with opportunity. I think Bera is one of my top picks today, as it was the other day. So looking at Bera, we've got this OB bid here, which is clearly broken above and retested and held. We've got this OB bid engulfing candle, which is just struggling to make its mind up at the moment. But I think that this is good risk reward play. So we've got that trend line above. We've also got a bit of a trend going on here. Little trend like this. I think Bera is a good one to trade today, in my opinion. And it's either now you could get into the position or wait for a bit lower, because if you've got all this liquidity here building up, I want to know the ratio. You've got a lot of longs still in Bera. So 63% of people are longing Bera still. So that tells me there could be a potential liquidity sweep under these levels, which would bring us maybe to the bottom of the 4 hour, which would be quite nice. So It's not really respecting the 15-minute too much. It is respecting the 1 hour a lot better. And we've already had this bounce off the 1 hour. So, and we've had this close above. We've had this close above this candle's body. So it is suggesting that it wants to go higher, in my opinion. So bearer, keep an eye on bearer today. I think you could get a good position soon. It's either you could take a chance here at the 15-minute, but I think you might get stopped out. Although it is 3 red candles and a potential reversal candle forming now. It's 1:30. I think maybe in about an hour you could get a position on bearer, maybe a bit lower. If you don't want to wait, take it now. You can put a stop loss literally like under, I would say put your stop loss. Oh, get off. Put your stop loss under this candle here. DCA in your entry. Stop loss under there. And let's draw this. And then your risk to reward would be, let's say you market brought there, 3%. So that is bearer. And if I wasn't on stream now, I probably would take this trade here because it's poked its head above everything else here. But I'm streaming and I don't want to FOMO in, so I will keep an eye on bearer 100%. In fact, I'm going to put this on a pink list because I'm really watching that. Axie Infinity is next. Axie Infinity. So I was shorting this the other day, and I think I got a nice short on it over here. I've still got my drawings on this chart. Let's go have a look. And again, look what plays off. I was shorting up here, these levels on lower time frames, but look what pays off here. Boom. Money from my OB bid short. You see this. So you can see this OB bid short being played out on these manipulated coins. We come up this ribbon. We close below the ribbon. We look for the bullish candle above the ribbon. That is our area to short. We are shorting this box. Boom. Money. Boom. Money. Boom. 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 All the way down to the 4-hour ribbon, which is where we come to this purple line, the 4-hour ribbon. We bounce off the 4-hour ribbon, and then we continue higher, higher, please, higher, where we are now. And here, we actually got above, we've closed above this area now. This is an area to long Axie up here. It's a bit of a crazy long because it's already moved up so much. But if you were to take a quick scalp, that's where I would be looking on the 15-minute up here. I don't know the funding rate. I don't know the volume to market cap ratio. But I do know that these OB bids give you a clear stop loss and a clear entry. These green boxes where there's overlapping could give you good entries. And this might not want to come back. This might just continue up. But I know full well that Axie Infinity will provide either a short or a long at some point. Yo, what's up? What's up, Highlander? So far, if you want to see the coins that we are listing for a trade today, probably as we go into US session, it is Bearer and AXS. And then the potentials are Orange Dusk, Fog for a long. This one I was going to keep an eye on, but it's not looking too great. On is coming down to the 4-hour, as we said, and ARPA, I've marked these levels, and we've got an hour until. Oh, you're on Bearer already. Nice. Yeah, I think it. I don't know if you heard what I said in the stream, but I think it's a good risk reward play right now. The annoying thing would be if you get in here and your stop loss is here, down at this red arrow. If your stop loss is down here, then you're going to get stopped out and then it's going to continue up. So sometimes patience pays off, and where your stop loss is might actually be the best entry. See, it lines up with this trend line here. So if you can, you want to go to 5 minute, 1 minute, and it's holding the 5 minute, but at some point I would say get your stop loss to break even. Maybe if you can clear above this OB bid level for this little range, get your stop loss to break even there. So keep an eye on that, my man. Right, Bera Axis. Okay, I saw this one the other day. Look at them, they are holding this area. Look at them holding this area. We have just migrated into the 1 hour time frame. It's up quite a lot, but it has tested the 4 hour recently. I'm pretty sure. Can you see this box that I've got here? I've not charted this. I've literally not charted this since the stream the other day. I'm not sure what day it was. But you can see that it's come right into this box. Now, why have I put this box here? I don't know. Let's see. What is this box? If it's a box there, it's there for a reason. Probably from some sort of OB bid area. But you can see this is what you can see clearly happening. The OB area, so this was a little OB area because we closed below. And I've gone for the green candle above, or the green cluster above. It lines up with this area, which just so happens the 4 hour ribbon is lining up with. So that really provided great support. A 4 hour plus an OB bid area. Oh, God, it's just magic, isn't it? It's just magic. So anyway, this one, it's really pumping up a lot. I don't know what the market cap is on it. But this one could be one of those ones that like does a double top or something. Bit layer. Show me some information. Right, this one's only a $19 million market cap. 32 million in volume. It's probably going to be Binance volume as well, isn't it? I think it's Pancake Swap. Yeah, Pancake Swap volume and Bitfum. So the Koreans are putting a good amount of volume in on this. And let's do the funding rate. It'd be so good if I could pull up this information on screen for you, like in the corner or something, so it just comes up as soon as I swap to the coin that I'm looking at on the chart. I just want this information to come up straight away. It's actually quite long. Yeah, so we've got red funding rate, slightly red funding rate, nothing too crazy. Give me a good long short ratio. 57% people are shorting this at the moment, which is not too crazy. Maybe as we get up into here, we're going to keep an eye on the funding rate. But for now, it's looking like an area where I don't want to short, I don't want to long. The market cap is not too crazy for it. It accumulated for quite a long time. Just literally putting in higher lows and then popping off. So yeah, I'm not too sure on bit layer, to be honest. Is this one might be just moving with Bitcoin. It's bit layer. I'm gonna guess it's like smart contracts on Bitcoin or something like that. Well, the fact that it's gone below the 1 hour, and we've got this OP it's literally just, look at it, it's just holding a line like this. So if I do want to get in, it would probably be around that area, but it seems like quite a manipulated coin, to be honest. It's very strange how it's moving up, because it moves up, goes flat, sweeps down into the 4 hour, moves up. It'll probably move up, go flat, sweep into the 4 hour again. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. It's not one that I am so crazy about. Towns, this one looks like it's doing a river formation. I remember shorting this, and I remember trying to long this as well, actually. Oh my god, look at that candle. So it's failing to get above the daily. I know that this market cap is tiny. I'm not even going to look at funding rate and market cap on this one. It is it's at a OB bid long area. It's kind of coming close to that. We also have this area which could provide the entry. So if it wants to hold now, it wants to hold the percent drop. It's a 6% drop. Right, I'm going to get some more information. Highlander, you have pulled my leg there, mate. Okay, so Town's funding rate is green at the low. I don't really like this coin too much because its market cap is so crap. 17 million market cap, volume 20 million. Look, this is a high risk play. It could look at this wick. This wick could easily take you on a 1 hour time frame. You can see what that looks like. The 1 hour, this has just engulfed everything down here. Yeah, exactly. Very volatile. So I would personally want to see this trending upwards. Like you can see this upwards trend here. Would have been good to get in on a 1 hour time frame. Right now it would be like catching a knife sort of thing, but you don't know when it's going to turn around, and it could come low. The market cap is only 17 mil, but it could come low, and it's not like getting crazy volume. It's getting 20 mil volume, but I think there could be better chances. I like me 100 million cap. Yeah, exactly. 100 million market cap is a lot better. So Towns, not too interested. ZKP, this one has been manipulated down so much. I think I had a bot trade on this one. But yeah, it's now finally reached a level where it could actually reverse. And what is the market cap on this? I'm pretty sure this has got a higher market cap, hasn't it? Nope, it's actually a pile of shit. It's got a 23 million market cap and 32 million in volume. However, do you know what this could do? It could do like a move up, draw people in for shorts, because it's got negative funding rate. It's got negative funding rate 1.6 at the moment, and it's had negative funding rate for like ages. Oh, this chart doesn't share all the data either. I can see information going back to the 20th of December. This chart looks quite different, actually. Well, what have we got going on? I think you've got this going down here, which is kind of being respected, actually. If ZKP can actually start getting above the 1 hour and holding above the 1 hour and maybe start making a trend upwards. But look at, I don't know if you'd get a trend on this, because it's literally just spike up, like very disgusting looking chart in my opinion. It's just spikes. this little test of the daily here as well. If it can get up, which I'm not saying it will, then you've got a clear level here that could be a target. And it's already tested this area. I'm not too keen on this one, to be honest. It's just like the other ones. You want to see it trending up. But it is holding this area. Although it is looking weak, I would say let's see you get above the 1 hour. I'd be happier then. Got this sort of trend going down, which again it's holding this trend sort of. So you can see 1, 2, 3. Maybe time for a reversal, but let's see some more information. People are actually shorting this. People are actually shorting this down here. People, it's 50-50. It's 50-50 on the shorts to longs. So that tells me that maybe it's got potential to go up and take out the people that are shorting it down here. So a visit of the 1 hour would be quite nice. Maybe even up to the OB bid, which would kind of in line with this trend line. Let's draw our little OB bid area here. That would be amazing for a wick up like that up to there. But it's a low probability trade in my opinion, this one. So we're going to stick you on the yellow list. Keep an eye out. Liquidity grab, yeah. It looks like a coin that is dying and might just do one of these scam pumps, even if it's like one of these little ones. But it's not even putting in a range yet. So maybe it might start building its range down here at these levels, because this is just trending down. I can clearly see that this is trending down. So if it wants to start putting in a range, bit of accumulation, and then maybe as we go later on in the month or into next month, maybe we see ZKP rise back up. I think this is to do with like identity and stuff like that. So if that narrative comes around, wow, this one is dumping. It's rejected off the 1 hour and it's actually going lower. It's broken the trend line. It's breaking everything. This thing has literally rode a BMX down a ramp and broken every single bone in its body. And now it's potentially coming down for a double bottom. But how high the double bottom will take it, I don't know. Have we got any more data? It's not looking too great for this one. Yeah. Don't know what to say. Awesome seeing you draw the OB bid in real time. I understand more. Yeah, so yeah, it's good doing these live streams. It keeps me fresh on my toes as well, because I'm like charting in real time. I've got people watching me chart. Got this sort of line, which is a pretty shit line, to be honest. Clustering up. It's just trending down. I want to see this one on a 1 hour time frame get above some certain levels, because it's a low probability trade down here again, and we could just see it make new lows. It's literally just dying. It's like one of them kings on Lord of the Rings. It's got below this level. This is an area. This is an area to hold. But I think, Rob, because you are on Ribbon Flow Pro, you should have the OB bid bot. I don't use the bot too often, the OB bid bot too often, because usually an OB bot is quite OB bid is quite static. But let's see which one it would have decided to take here. the OB bid. I'm pretty sure this is OB bid long. Yeah, so let's bring the start date to now. So you can see it's taken, I think it's taken, I need to see, where is it? So it is looking at this area. If I put it on back here, it's looking at this huge area here for the OB bid. It took one trade, it moved up. There's another trade there to be taken, it moved up. And now it's testing it again. But like, what formation would you say this is? It's just like, I'm pretty sure it works. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does work. What problems did you have with it? I remember you saying now, actually. Yeah, some areas of interest here for Sophon. This is a small market cap coin as well. I don't really like these small market cap coins. Sand is on the list, but Sand is coming up soon, Rob, as well. So we'll be there soon. Oh my god, look at these coins. These coins promise so much as well. I remember this is like Phantom rebranded. And I mean, potential double bottom. Potential double botty. Well, what are we looking at here? This is something that's below the 1 day, rejected off the daily. I mean, what can we do here with this? What can we do with this? I think they rebranded, so they had a new chart, but what is this worth? Someone is just, see how they, I can't remember, I just remember setting it up, but probably didn't know how to work it properly. Okay, no worries, mate. I'll take a look. I need to do some testing on it as well. Oh yeah, Rob, did you see my I'm going to be doing pushing an update soon for Ribbon Flow Pro. On yesterday's stream, to be honest, it's probably it's in there quite a lot, like mixed up in there, but I've got some updates coming for Ribbon Flow Pro. Some set and forget strategies that you could try, because I really want to get it set and forgetting. Because sometimes if you set and forget, your profits just get eaten away from the stop loss. So I just want to improve and iterate, and I've got to compete now. I've got a competitor in MW, haven't I? I've got a few of you watching from Kick. If you are on Kick watching, then leave a comment. I can see all your comments in one place. I'm also streaming on Twitch, and I'm streaming on X. They offered me that StreamYard Premium for a month for free. If I like it, it's gonna cost me 80 quid a month. But I don't know if that's worth it, to be honest. I'll probably just keep to YouTube. Look at that wick, how it hits that trend line. It's fucking mystical. It really is. Right, Sonic. I don't know. Right now, you literally got your only hope of this tiny little ledge here. Other than that, you are probably going down much lower, probably. I'm not too keen on Sonic, but I will keep an eye on it because I know the manipulators love it. Broccoli, CZ's dog. This is what the fucking crypto market has turned to now. Literally trading people's dogs. I remember we traded the fucking Solana dog. Solana owner's dog. CZ's dog. What a joke. What a joke we have become, eh? Below the daily. Got a trend line here for some reason. I don't know why this trend line is being drawn here. I really don't know. But maybe you got this little cluster line here, which was being held. I'm not too keen. Maybe you see a bounce, but I don't really care about Broccoli, to be honest. OG fan token, this one. Again, the founders are probably, or whoever created this coin Is probably thinking, time to make some money. Time to dump. Dumped to new lows. Wicked down way past the lows as well. How disappointing for someone that believes in this project. Pepe, show me some good stuff, Pepe, please. Pepe, the meme, is entering this red box that I have marked, which is probably a 4-hour OB. Yep, it's a 4-hour OB cluster. We've got a little cluster here. The reason why I made it a cluster is because this one, it could come right down to this one. I think it might have actually touched this level. Yeah. God, this thing is just crazy, crazy, crazy. Look how it just pinpoints that. Literally pinpointed that little cluster 4-hour. Right on that 4-hour OB bid. It's acting as support. Retesting it again right now. If it holds, then sure, higher prices. It's going to be dependent on Bitcoin, obviously, in the next hour. But right now, guys, I'm going to be honest. The trade-in today might not be good trades. Let's go and check on our hot coins. We've got AXS, Axie Infinity. Just double check on these. Holding the highs. 15-minute is probably lining up probably best for a long soon. And Bera has actually come lower. And it might come to this level as we get to 2 o'clock. So now we'll get into the area where more volume will start coming into the markets. And you will probably see those wicks down and those potential entries on those areas. 230 to 330. All right, back to the list. Sorry, I'm really teasing you here because I know you want sand. Sorry, mate. Sorry, bro. Okay, Dash below the 4-hour, below the 1 hour. Is it above the daily? Dash above the daily. The worst trend line in history right there, but also could be the trend line that saves everyone. Look at that. Close below. God, fucking hell. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? It's fucking crazy. Look. Close below. We come down, close below. Test the 4-hour OB bid. Boom. Money. Good money on that one. And then again, just retesting it. Just coming in to retest it. I think there's a fair value gap as well. Fair value gap lining up with it. Comes down. This 4-hour. This 4-hour could be the bid for Dash. If the privacy coin stuff can start going off again, but oh, sorry, that's not the 4-hour, that's the daily. We're below the 4-hour. So you could this was probably the trade to take, this little area here. I'm sure if you probably drop it to a 1 hour, there's probably an OB bid short in here somewhere. So price close below. Look, it's just a cluster here. I would probably take this whole cluster. And you don't even need to. If you actually took the actual OB bid, the bottom of the actual OB bid, if you want to be precise, was right there. Oh, I can't get it. It's too small. It's like here. Look at that. Look at that. 9 o'clock. And then your entry would have been at 5 o'clock on Sunday for the short down. And now it's probably going to visit the daily. God, there's just money sitting on the table there. Sometimes it is worth just putting on the OB bid bot just to catch these sort of things. These sort of moves on a higher time frame. 1 hour, 4 hour. Dash, I'm watching you. Sand, this is what Robbie Boy wants. Again, all I can say is we've got a 1 hour OB bid here. Not tested yet. It looks like we are respecting the 4 hour and holding the 4 hour. Yep, it has closed below the 4 hour though. And we've closed below the 4 hour and we do have this OB bid here. And price right now is above the 50% line. It wicked up much higher than the 50% line, but it's not yet closed above the 50% line. So sand is actually showing some strength. The gaming coins are popping off for a little bit. I don't know why. It's above the daily. We're going to look at the weekly. I've got this is looking like Axie, to be honest. Quite similar to, I think it was Axie. Which coin was it on my pink list? Maybe Bearer. Yeah, maybe Bearer. Bearer probably. Rob, I know you're a big player of this game. I know you love to play this game every single day. Building stuff. This have you actually seen this game before? I know you find time while you're doing your job touring to get on your mobile phone and play the sandbox. No one is playing the sandbox at all, are they? No one is playing this. Right, we need to start speeding this up. We're already an hour in. There's so many coins today. There's so many coins and there's so little opportunity. So let's break it down. 15-minute time frame, please. We've got this trend line. We've got it's inside the 15-minute ribbon now. Sure, I think this could bounce right here, right now. Let's have a look at the funding rate. Some negative funding rate, and it's got potential to go worse on the funding rate. But there are more people long in this. So when I see more people long in this than short in it, I just think the market makers, the people who are controlling this, probably Binance. It's probably Binance because this is actually a Binance project, I think. Yeah, this one could continue higher. The better position was down here at the 4-hour, 1-hour level. But as it is now, it's a bit high for an entry for me, because I would prefer it to be a bit lower. But this trend line is here. It's a nice trend line. The 1-hour time frame. Yeah, the 1-hour time frame is holding okay. We've got this. So actually, I think if it does go higher, I think you could maybe get a good bid, OB bid short, and just take it from there. The size of this box is 5%. So if you can get in around the 50% level, you're risking 2.5%. You've got clear. I would put my stop loss above it. If I'm looking to long, I'm looking to long lower, maybe at a daily retest, maybe at a 4-hour retest. If I'm looking to short it, then I'm looking to short it a bit up here more. Maybe this spike was the one for a short. But you're right. If Axie starts dumping, then this will probably dump with Axie as well, probably, because that means like that little gaming narrative has come to an end. But it's doing like 3 drives up. Maybe we've got 1 drive left up, and it might go above here, maybe go higher. I'm not too sure. God, I'm thirsty. Right. See, look, it's really struggling at this OB level. However, on a 1-hour time frame, it has closed clearly above the OB bid. It's retested it, and it's got potential to bounce in this area. This area would like to hold for me to long in this area. So as we go later into this hour now, I think you could get a good trade on this about 3 o'clock, 3:30. Whether it's up here and it's a break above and long even more, or if it's down here and then long, or it'll be something like that. So just keep an eye on it. I'm looking at OBS on it. Yeah, I think OBS could be good, but there is a bit of a trend on this coin upwards, and it's not really had a liquidity. It had this sweep low, so maybe we could get a sweep low, but I wouldn't FOMO in. Never FOMO in. I think a 1 hour bid could be better down here. Maybe, but it is looking strong. It's looking strong, and hey, it doesn't matter about the long short ratio too much. It could still do quite well. Okay. What's next on the agenda? Virtuals. This coin has really I feel bad for the founders. Although the founders of this coin probably made loads of money back in the day when this first came out, it really was going to be the next big thing. I think they pivoted. When you set OB long, it shows about 0.32 on sand. Let's take a look. Yeah, sand is quite strong. It's retested this area as well, so 0.32. What time frame was that on then? I'm not sure. Anyway, you could get the 1 hour retest. You could do a 1 hour trend line, like from here up, but it's above the ribbon, which is not too great. But you could get a 4 hour retest, 1 hour retest. The OB long. Oh, okay. What down here? 0.32 down here. It's probably taken. It might not have taken that area because all of these are very close to the ribbon. Some inside. It's probably taken this one here. Probably 0.32. I'm not sure. 1 hour. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to see on. Post your chart in our chat and I'll have a look. But that it's kind of voided though. It's kind of voided because it's already gone above and retested here into the 1 hour ribbon and then continued up. So I wouldn't take that too much anyway, bro. Right, we need to get through this because it's getting time to trade in time soon. Right, virtuals, what are we looking at with you, bro? You are looking dead. Below the 1 day. If something's below the 1 day, I'm not too interested, but it is support somewhere. Support is somewhere. Yeah, I'm not looking at virtuals too much today. It probably the fact that I'm saying that, it will probably do the best coin out of all the ones today, but I'm not too interested. Chili's, we got a nice short on Chili's the other day. It's approaching the daily, and this has been very strong. I think this is to do with like sports, the World Cup. I don't know when the World Cup is, but the daily is holding on this. You could get a good bid on this for a long. I don't know if they got some partnership with Trump or something. Like, I don't know. Above the weekly could be a better opportunity for a retest. But this, in my opinion, has no business being up here because you're just not buying the coins and using them for what they're meant to be used for. You're just speculating on price going up and down. You're not using them on that app 100%. No, there's 100% no doubt. So, yep, maybe you could get a good bid on the daily. And the fact that we are closing below the 15-minute. Oops. And we are just heading down and down and down. Right down. We are at the 15-minute now. You could literally... It's hit the 15 minutes, come down. The 1 hour and the 4 hour are up here. You could get a better short on this up here. The market cap on this is very low, and the funding rate has probably changed now. Chili's... I swear, the thing that takes the most time is looking at the funding rate and the market cap. Funding, not too bad. Chili's. Chill. Oh my god, the market cap is 500 million. So, yeah, this could be shorted, in my opinion. It could be shorted at the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So, break above here would be nice. Touch this red box and this ribbon. The red box, the red daily ribbon, the red support, lady in red. Maybe a bounce up. I'll be watching Chili's. I'm not sure whether to long it. I'm not sure whether to short it. The shorting opportunity was up here. The fact that it's closed above this green line. Why do I have that green line marked? I don't know why I have that green line marked, but it's marked. Chili's. It's strong. It is strong. And this is not even like the actual chart. I know that for a fact that this chart goes a lot higher than this. So I'm going to move on from Chili's. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know. The all-time high on this is like 0.8. So 0.10. So yeah, maybe this one has got a bit more in its tank. Maybe up to this trend line here would be nice for Chili's. But to get to that level, first of all, it's got to hit the 4 hour. It's got to get above the 4 hour. It's got to hit the daily again, probably. It's got a marathon in front of it. Mana, this is one of those shitty gaming coins as well. The weekly is above it. The daily's getting retested so much on this. You got so many opportunities to get in this position right now. On this S coin. But it's in the middle zone. It's hard to say now, isn't it? It's hard to say, am I going to put my money where my mouth is and get into this position when it's at the mid-range? Or you could wait for another... You could wait for another touchdown here. You got an OB bid short here. You could wait for it to get above here and flip. If the funding rate goes crazy and all this sort of stuff. I don't know what the market cap is. I'm not going to waste any more time. Pendle, I've been excited to get to this one because I've seen a lot of the people talking about Pendle and it's below the daily, which is not great. The daily, it got above the daily. It's holding. I think I've actually charted this one a little bit. Yeah, it's holding the OB long area here, as in the fact that it's not closed below it. But it is a bit of knife catching action. And it is trying though. Look, it's trying. And again, it's closed above the 15-minute time frame. And on this lower time frame, it's holding this tiny little OB long here. So you can go really down to a micro level with this market structure ideas. And it's trying to hold that. Would I bid this area? Probably not. I want to see an uptrend. Because it's still in a downtrend, a clear downtrend. But this is the real pivot point here. This will be the pivot point. This little cluster. And you can see why this is the pivot point. Give me my arrow. If there's no trades today, by the way, I'm just going to be playing ARK. arc. Right, so this is like an OE area, okay? On a lower time range. It got above, it came back, tested, bounced up, rejected, down, back into this yellow zone, which is a higher OB. And now we closed back above. We looked for this OB. It came back. We came very close to testing it. Doing this little triple thing here. And now potentially could get above here, and start its journey upwards. On Pendle. I need some information on Pendle though. Wow. 322 million, $93 million market cap. No, 300 million market cap, 93 million volume, which is quite nice. And I know people actually use Pendle. I've got some people that actually use the product. And slightly red funding rate, nothing too crazy. Pendle. I am not going to FOMO. Avoid the FOMO. Because when you FOMO, those bad trades are the one that eats into your good trades. Okay, Pendle is getting most of its volume from HTX, which I'm pretty sure is like Chinese or something, isn't it? I'm going to watch it. I'm actually going to pinkify the Pendle because I think it actually has potential. Whiff on a 15 minute, not looking great. Whiff on a 1 hour, looking even worse. Whiff on a 4 hour. Whiff on a 4 hour. God, whiff. What? Whiff on a 4 hour. It's broken below the daily. What can we say about this? To be honest, it's just depressing. Whiff. I don't even want to look at this anymore. Okay. We've got a trend line in the middle of nowhere coming up. We've got a close above the daily. And we've got an OB long potential right down here. This one here is kind of showing us a trend line. Let's just keep it there. Whiff, sure. If it can get to this OP bid, I might take a trade on it. Let's set an alert. But oh, that formation that everyone loves to talk about that MW hates. We call it the Dick and Balls formation. A lot of people call it the Dick and Balls formation, don't they? Where it's like, where's a pen? The brush. Turn the magnet off. This is the dick. This is the ball. This is the dick. And now here's another little ball. I call it the little half chode formation. And the chody could form a good entry. This OB long is quite far down. And we've got this here. So this was an OB long that got rejected, but could still hold as an area of it. It could be a better position in here. But I wouldn't personally take this, but I would keep an eye on this. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on Whiff. Because on the daily, it has had a battle. And, yep, Brev. Oh, God, Brev. Oh, God, even worse. I'm not looking at Brev. Meme. This has happened today. It's pumped and retraced. Oh, my God, look at this. So this is something that you could see happen on Whiff on that lower OB bid. So you can see it in real time. this little tiny box here was the OB long area, and it just sniped into it. Like, that's a bit mental, that is. Currently it's in the same candle before it even closes above. So okay, so this is now flagging up to me as potential trade, potential trade, and you gotta be quick, because it's at the 1 hour right now. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, the 1 day are converging. If I could do like an alarm right now, I would. It's 2:20. So this one could be potential. What are you looking for here? You are looking for this to bounce up to the 15-minute potential. If it gets up to here, get your stop loss to break even. Where would you put your stop loss? Let's have a look. Let's go to a 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, we've got close, close, close. We've got so many closes. We've got, okay, so we've got a little cluster up here. I'd probably take this cluster at about this level probably. And then down here we've got this little level. Got a little trend going on here. Which it's kind of at now. So I think maybe you could probably put a stop loss. This would kind of line up with the bottom of the 4 hour. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% going to work out, but show me some 4 hour levels. Okay, I should have been using the 4 hour. We've got this cluster. We've got another cluster up here. Close below. A slight cluster here. Of this, so this would be targets, and it's closed above this. It actually closed above this. I think this could continue higher, but let's get some stats on a meme, because I'm not trying to induce FOMO here. I need to see some stuff. $70 million market, so it's in the sweet spot for manipulation. $113 million volume. Oh god, I had to go to the doctors today. I think I might have gallbladder stones or something. Okay, volume is Binance, which is something we like to see. The chart itself looks appalling. 299. So this has really been accumulating for a very long time. Oh god. This one is getting my juices flowing. And meme coin funding rate. Very red. So meme coin, you are getting on my pinky list. I'm gonna be watching you very closely. My little sweetheart. Right, what are we looking for on this one then? 15-minute time frame. So we've got a trend line underneath here, which could be an entry. Which would be a nice wick entry underneath the ribbons. And you could put a stop loss. I'm really not sure where to put your stop loss on this. Let's just hope this cluster holds, and maybe you could put a stop loss down here. But be wary, because this could also be the best entry. Like down here. This little, what I find a lot is when something gets manipulated up, there's a little red candle that sits on the way up, and it gets retested. This could get retested with a wick. It's kind of outside my trading zone. I like to trade from about 2:30 to 3:30. You might find your opening trade and then have the position closed a bit later on. But yeah, this level you could take a stab here and put maybe a stop loss a bit lower, or you could put in entries all the way down to here. Keep your size small. Down to here is 3%, so it's not a crazy loss. Keep your size small, DCA into this area. Anything below that, then we might visit lower prices, because this does have a $17 million market cap, so it could go lower. But yeah, if we get into this red box up here, you'll be able to get your stop loss to break even, shave some profits even, and then you're just sitting on free money until it goes up or hits your stop loss. But that is meme. And yep, so keep an eye on meme. Again, if it gets above the 15-minute time frame, then the 15-minute ribbon, that's strong as well. Right, I've been wanting to get to this one as well, AVNT, because we have OB long situation again on a daily time frame. Look at that. Again, a sniped, such a great position here. I did not take this because I'm retarded. But you can see another snipe of an OB long, where you could have just put orders down there and then walked out with, at where it is now, it's a 10% move. It probably could have been 18-20% move, where it went back up to the, is it 1 hour or 4 hour time frame? It was so on a 1 hour. So if you got in here and then you go back up to the 4 hour, so you could have made that move there, let's say, to that retest, 17%. Snag that. What are we looking at now, though? Now, 1 hour time frame is rejecting, which is not great. Still in a downtrend. It's still in a downtrend, to be honest, but we did have strength here and potential closing above. So if this has engulfed everything. This candle engulfed everything down here. You see this little tweezer? It's being engulfed by this bad boy. So I'm now going to box this whole thing, and now it is in an entry to start scaling in potentially. I always hear MW say about this coin having poor tokenomics, so it's got potential to dump, as the founders will just print money out of thin air by dumping on everyone. It's only got a $71 million market cap, so it's in the sweet zone for manipulation. AVNT funding rate. Do you remember when they were saying coins like this were going to take over? Negative funding rate as well. So again, this is going to end on the pinky list as potential trades today. It's already on my pinky list. We're nearly at the end, guys. We're nearly there. Well done for sticking around. If you're still here, let me know. On all platforms, I'm streaming on Twitch, X, Kick, YouTube. My device is showing I've got 12 people watching. That's unreal for me. 12 people. Twelve people tuning in for the market scan. All right, Coty, look at this. So this is something that could happen to AVNT, because AVNT is not above the daily. It's dumping. Coty has dumped below all time frames, but now it is sitting inside that classy 4 hour OB long area. You can take the full candle, or sometimes you can just take this candle, the body of the candle. And Coty is very small market cap as well now. Coty used to be in the top 100. It's now 423rd. Its volume is 27 million, 51 million market cap. So nothing too good there, to be honest. I know MW had a soft spot in his heart for Coty. And if it's going to load for me. Green funding rates. So Coty is definitely forming a range. So it's definitely forming a range here. We've got this little trend line up here. And downwards trend. We've got a downwards trend here. Don't really like this too much, but you can see it is a downward trend. The first of this range, oh my god, it's huge. On a 4-hour time frame, the first OB long area is this area here, which is not very pretty. It's quite big, quite ridiculous. But it is in an area now, so if like sometimes if you look at a range, I'm pretty sure that I can put a range on this with one of these. Oh, here we go. So if we say that this is a range, okay, and we actually make it into a proper range, get rid of that. Okay, so now we're in a proper range. This is our range. If you are looking to long in this range, the best place to long is at the bottom of the range, in the bottom 50% of the range. That's where you can get your best price to long. And if you're looking to short, not that you should be shorting down here, to be honest, because you're at a bottom formation, but if you are looking to short, it's best to be shorting up here at the top of the range. And you can obviously get like a range breakout and all this sort of stuff, but this is just visualizing to buy low, long low, and sell high. And yeah, sell high, buy low. Longing and shorting. So if this sort of range can hold, then sure, this is a good area to long. You're getting good price down here. But it depends on the range. It depends on Bitcoin. There's a few variables going on, and it did sweep the liquidity above with this spike and took people lower. So as we move into this hour now, we're coming up to 2:30 now. This is my hot zone coming up. You will start to see the volatility kick in. Whether that's to the downside or to the upside, we don't know. But Coty is going on the pink list because it's formed a range that has lasted since the 19th of December. So almost a month long. Well, exactly a month long nearly. So see how it forms out. And lastly, a manipulated S coin, in which, fuck you know. This manipulated S coin. First of all, apologies to people in the little Telegram group that we have, because I did say about longing this, probably back here somewhere, back here in this zone somewhere. I think I said about longing, and I took some small longs. It was nice, but oh god, if I just held those longs, would be making so much money right now. And this is the reason why I identified this coin. All right, bro. See you later. Yeah, hopefully your bearer trade pays off. And peace out, Robbie boy. Hopefully you get those green P&Ls today. That is a Ribbon Flow Pro subscriber right there. Yeah, my network, this one, trending up hard. The reason why I found this coin to be a coin to keep an eye on was simply because its long short ratio. The funding rate is slightly red on Who your boy. Oh my god, the funding rate is still 73. The liquidation, the ratio is still 73%. That's wild. That is wild. So this one is probably going to be a coin that really manipulates up, like a banana S31 sort of coin that manipulates up, where Millionaires are made, and the everyday person is the everyday chase trader, as MW would say, gets liquidated hard. Potentially lose your whole stack. But yeah, the 4 hour has not been tested, so at some point the 4 hour needs to be tested. When I was looking at this the other day, it had a very small market cap of, I can't remember, 50 million maybe. Mind Network. It's at 73 million now. So it's getting up into that sweet spot. The volume, oh my god. Literally, the bot could have just handled this so nicely. The volume. The volume is gate. The volume was not gate the other day. Or maybe it was. I think there's like some secret stuff going on with this coin. I think there is some secret stuff going on with this coin. Yeah, I think keep an eye on this. 17 million is starting to get into the zone where it can get a bit expensive to manipulate, but it could go all the way to 300 million. But it's really respecting the ribbon, the 1 hour ribbon, quite nicely. So 1 hour ribbons are offering good potential. Again, if we were to draw a range, wrong button. If we were to draw a range up here again, it's now at the top of that range for shorts. And at some point, the daily and the 4 hour are going to be visited at this point. But when that happens, I don't know. So you could just put a bot to catch the 1 hour. Looks like a jelly one. Exactly. Green fundings. I thought it had red. Yeah, exactly like a jelly, a banana, all those fucking shit coins. Yeah. Oh, on Bybit it's slightly red, but yeah, it is green on Binance. But yeah, something is fishy going on with this one. Very fishy. Cause, oh Christ. Yeah, something's not right with this one. I don't like it. I'm sorry, Mohammed, for saying about the shorts the other day, because that was not the right play. The right play is just to stay long. So I've got a 50-50 hit rate on this at the moment. But the short will come. I think you could get a good short online up here on the 1 hour time frame. A 4 hour. We really got to zoom out to try and find what is the trend line that will pull this thing down. And there might be other data. It's kind of at this level now for a trend line. But another thing that I've seen done before, and it does actually work, is a trend line up from the bottom like this. I have actually seen this work before. But the only other thing you can really do is probably take this area here. But this is all Fugazi stuff, because they can just manipulate this up. This one really depends on how much money is flowing into it. So, I think it's getting up to a level when the 4 hour does need to be tested at some point. But when the manipulation kicks in, I don't know. It really could just continue up like jelly, like banana. And it seems like long in is the best thing to do at the moment. I know actually from experience, because I don't like to trade on Thursdays. Thursday could offer the trade for this one. I've seen MW measure with percent too. Yeah. Yep. But you can clearly see this one. This is the range. It's swept below this range, and there's a little trend going on here as well. So that provided a pretty close entry there, to be fair. You got this random trend line being formed from my trend line thing. But it will probably pop up, and then probably all you can do for this really is wait for an OB bid, because the OB bid does work even on these manipulated shit coins. Like you can see back here, OB bid short, make money, and then it flips it long. You can make money going up. And now on a 15-minute time frame is one of the better time frames. You got this close below, you got this OB bid cluster all the way along here. See that? And now it has flipped this. It's quickly retested it, and now the 15 minutes coming into this box as well. So it could test here and then continue up. But at some point, the manipulation will end. So keep an eye on this. You've got 5-minute trend line here that worked really well. But I don't really believe these stats too much. Open interest is at 61 million as well. And 46 million on Binance, which for the size of it is quite a lot. Yeah, there's not enough in the last 24 hours. See, they're not even making 1 million yet a day. There's not a lot of there's not loads of volume in this coin. 24 hours, 700 million, 720k. Yeah, they probably want to. How do you measure with open interest? I just compare. Oh god, I just compare the volume to the market cap, and I like to look at the. Like to think, have they made enough money manipulating this coin yet? And like I compare it to like banana, jelly, and with something like this, they probably want to make a few milli. Like on let's pull it up actually. Where is it? Let's do this quick. What was it called? What was that coin? Banana liquidations, because they just want to pull all that money out of these people that are sitting with orders. Banana made in this hour $1 million in 1 hour. In this hour, 200k. I just compare it to the previous manipulated coins, and I just like to compare to how much money they're rinsing out of it on all these orders that are waiting. 32 million open interest on banana at the top. But it's not like set in stone, it's just something that I watch. It keeps me from FOMOing in. Now this is at 60 million open interest. And banana got to 33 million on that hour. Anyway, this is the last coin. So, yeah, banana's 31. I fucking hated that coin. I was so confident on that coin. That really humbled me, that coin did. This is at 60 million now. 60 million. And at the last spike, so this has already had a manipulation spike up, and it went to 30 million, which is what banana got to. And this coin went from... Wow, this coin is... If you actually look at this coin, coin's chart on a longer time frame, I don't know. This actually goes back quite far. Look at this. MEXC will probably have the data on it. MEXC. This goes back quite far. I didn't realize. Wait, is that the same? Might be the same actually. I think maybe it is actually approaching its area to short now, but it's still got a huge what's it called? A huge ratio problem. So they might, you know, they could just double in price instantly. Yeah, the market cap is a bit too small to do any large shorting, but at some point it's going to break down, at least touch the 4 hour. But it's not got. It doesn't look the same as what it looks like on this chart. 16th of December, 12th of August. Anyway, it's one of them coins. You know, it's one of them coins when the ratio is just staying above 70%. Whether or not that's true data, I don't know. But yeah, this one has not touched the 4 hour in a long time, and I think it's due maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a big wick down to the 4 hour and a big wick down to here. It's hugging up the 1 hour very nicely in terms of manipulation. And you got this little close below has a little pivot point. So this could be a target if you do manage to get a successful short. Look at river. Like a river. A lot of people request river. Yeah, river again. It's tested the 4 hour. It's got above the 4 hour here. Tested it nicely. Continued up. And then got a little trend going on here. On the daily, you could say this goes back quite far. I don't know what market cap that would put it at. That would be crazy. This is $34 a token as well. Again, look at this on a higher time frame. Oh, it didn't test it. It did not test it. Yeah. This is doing something similar. Because look, you can see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna short at this all-time high. At only $8. And then you can see this gets above an area to long, and then the trend underneath, you got this trend underneath, which is quite strong as well. So yeah, river is looking quite strong. I've not really traded this coin. Right, let's wrap it up there and let's go get some green P&Ls. I'm going to keep an eye on River, actually. River's going on the pink list. FHE is going on the pink list. I know that's going to come down. And let's see quickly. Bera is up high. Oh, look. It's at the green zone here where stop losses for Highlander would have been. So we're going to keep an eye on this one. It could break down lower. Let's see if we can get a trend line long inside this 1 hour. Just lose a little there if that happens. And if the trades don't go well today, I'll be getting off the screen early. Axie Got a trend line here, but still the 1 hour and the 4 hour looking nice underneath it. Pendle has actually moved up since the stream, and it's got above the 15-minute. And yeah, that was a good bid down in this yellow area. Should have been long in Pendle down there. Now what I'm going to be looking for on Pendle is a lower time frame trend, and I'll be doing like these sort of things here. So you see this OB bid zone. If it gets above this OB bid zone, I'll probably bid this OB bid zone for maybe continuation. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. We've got trades to make. That was a clearly good trade down here, down at this yellow zone on Pendle. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you get the green P&Ls. This is my pink list for today. You can see all of these. And this is the yellow list, which I'm not too keen on. We've done our gold mining. This is what I'm looking at today to trade. So we will see a green P&L from one of these today. Cheers, bro. Any people that are watching on any other things? I've got 11 watchers from... Oh, 9 are actually watching from X. 1 is watching on Twitch. 3 are watching on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe on whatever platform you're watching on. Look at these coins to trade today. I think you could get a green P&L on one of these. Goodbye.